Well, so let's move our focus then to corporate conversations. The next company on our radar is JSW Infra. News reports are suggesting that the company is all set to win a big order, almost 832 crores. This is for mechanizing 2 berths at the Netaji Subhash dock at the Kolkata Port. Let's talk about this and the overall roadmap and growth plans for the company. Lalit Singhvi, Whole-time Director and Chief Financial Officer at JSW Infra, is with us. Mr. Singhvi, thank you for joining in. Can you confirm, whether indeed you have got this particular contract? And if so, how does it make business sense for you? What will it add in terms of revenue visibility over how much time? I think you're on mute, sir. If you can unmute yourself.
Thank you, Shirvi, and for having me on your show. So regarding this Kolkata thing, we have yet to hear from the Port Trust, officially. So once we come to know, then we can talk more in detail. Bids were invited, and so final decision, official communication or LOI is yet to receive.
Understand, sir, that's... Yeah, exactly. I understand. So you can't exactly confirm till you hear it from the Port Authority.
Yes.
But you were going to, I think, construct and mechanize. It was 2 separate berths at this particular facility.
Absolutely.
And from what we know from reports is that yours was the highest bid price of 4,678 per TEU. So tell us, why were you interested? Why are you interested in being a part of this project? Why are you interested in this asset? And again, my same question. How does it help you in terms of revenue visibility? How long is the gestation period for a project like this? When does the money flow in?
So generally, if you see that we have been very active on acquiring the terminals at the major ports. We are the largest concession holder in India, having 9 concessions already with us. And we keep participating to acquire these terminals, and this makes a very good business sense for us. So if you see our cargo profile, we are 50% revenue comes from the private ports and 50% almost comes from the terminal side, which we acquired from the government. So in line with that, we keep bidding the good assets, and to have a presence in the container segment. That we are largely we are bulk and a liquid company. On the container side, we have presence on the Mangalore container terminal. So we are looking for the good assets. So we found these assets to be quite good and strategic fit into our scheme of things. So
what are the volume projections, sir? You would have done, obviously, your back-of-the-envelope calculations. Yeah. What would be the volume projections with this project?
This has a capacity of, say, 450,000 TEUs, and they are already running at 90% capacity utilization. So there is there is no dearth of cargo. So they cater to the east side, and Kolkata is the main market for this. So we don't foresee, and we will run it more efficiently. There are no night operations like type of things, and we will try to do and optimize after putting up a good cranes and whatever the mechanization we need to do. So after this will further, their operational efficiency will increase and give them more cargo.
Okay. So if you do win this, how will you fund it? And, it's a good asset, as you said. What would be the peak revenue that you would expect from this? And what would it do to your overall volumes? You would have done the math.
No, that is, this particular thing, as we said, that 90% utilization is already there. So we don't foresee, and the funding of this, for 800 crore project is not an issue. We are having a very strong balance sheet sitting on the cash. So that is not a problem at all for us. So point is to diversify our cargo profile, and revenue, and this thing will not be an issue. As per the market prices, we will be able to charge this, and if we run it more efficiently, we are able to increase our revenues from what the current at prices it is being run. And secondly, one more berth will in future will come from the Kolkata dock, which is likely to come very near. So we will be looking at those opportunities also, so that we have a good presence over there in the Kolkata port.
Can you explain to us this rationale of nearly 4,700 rupees per TEU as a royalty? How does that compare with all the other ports out there? What is the freight rate per TEU for you to be able to give that sort of royalty?
See, this all, in the beginning when we acquire anything, whether we acquired in JNPT and all that, everything in the beginning looks, that it is, royalties on the higher side. But if we run it efficiently and ramp up the capacities, so then, the numbers and efficiency and returns profile comes. On the face of it, if it comes, then everybody will bid for that. So that
No,
is
what I'm trying to understand is how does this compare with royalty which is paid to other parts of the country?
No. So if you look at whether Tina Tukra or whatever has happened in Kandla or Mumbai, all were on much higher than this also. So that's not an issue. So issue is you must have a cargo visibility. So that we have a good sense of the cargo visibility in that region.
What is the visibility that you have? I mean, how many TEUs do you think you can move here?
No, we can move. We can do much better than the capacity also. That is, capacity is 450 by doing various optimization, by starting night operations, putting up a better cranes. So the cargo is no doubt there.
Okay.
So can you help us understand what we're trying to ask is that, say today if JSW Infra is doing X amount of volume, if you get this facility and by the time these two berths come up, it could be how much? X plus 20%, X plus. We're just trying to understand over what time frame.
They grow. If you look at JSW Infra, we have 9 terminals and we got 3 private ports. From 177 million tons, we are taking it to 400,000 tons.
Correct.
So in that scheme of things, as a percentage increase is not a very large percentage increase. But likewise, every year, some capacity will keep coming in and we plan to add it. So if you look at, say, 500,000 TEUs would be what, 7 million tons of, say, in terms of tonnage of the cargo, if you take, around 14 ton a TEU as a thumb rule. So, if I am already doing 117 million tons, so it is a 7 million ton. So,
Got it.
the point is not that. Point is that every year such assets we keep acquiring and we make a full chain of these terminals, which gives us more, efficiency and EBITDAs and the revenues.
Can you give us a sense of what sort of revenue you are looking at on account of, this for FY26? Because you had earlier given a guidance of 720 crores in your logistics business with 15% margins.
See, these exact details we can talk during the Q1. By the time, hopefully, this will, whatever till official announcement comes, it will be too early to talk all these numbers and detailings. So we must get it first, which we have not yet got it. So this is, we can talk at the appropriate time.
Sure. Thank you, sir, for joining in. That's the word from JSW Infrastructure.